Alright, hello everybody. This is RecTalks.
Hey guys.
And this is the warrior poet, Henry, and his partner,
DouggieFresh.
DouggieFresh.
Hey guys, how are you guys?
Alright, how are you guys today? Well, you guys can comment.
Let's explain what we're doing right now. So,
alright.
The basic concept is...
You want me to explain it or you want me?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, the basic concept is that we wanted to create a YouTube video. Apparently we're not creating a video right now. We're going to create kind of a podcast dealio. And what this is we're going to pretty much have a black screen. Because apparently, I'm sure you guys don't want to look at our faces for 15 or 20 minutes. This should be 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, 15, 20 minutes. I'm just saying that it's just something you're surfing the web.
And you can surf the web with a black screen. But all you need to do is make a new tab, listen in, and there you go. You got yourself a RecTalks. It's kind of like a radio dealio, you know? You don't want to see the people when you're driving, right? You're like, I'm driving. Oh, I want to see the people talking on the radio. Oh, no, I want to see the music video in the middle of the street. That blocks my view. Nah, we're going to let you freely surf the web. But all you have to do is just listen. So listen up, folks. This is RecTalks intro.
We're talking about, I guess our first topic was...
Well, we do have a 15-minute time limit. We got 14 minutes. Let's go with it, all right?
So your first topic was, what would you want to talk about first, Henry?
I assume the biggest topic on most people's minds, or male species
minds, girls,
craniums, and some girls, is the fact that we would talk about girls for our first topic. May sound interesting, may not. But, you know, we'll go with it.
Well, you know, okay. So I got Maxim just right up here right now. And I can see sometimes why girls are so...
self-conscious
about themselves.
Exactly.
I look at these girls and I'm thinking to myself, damn. And...
Don't worry, I don't look as much girls as my friend here. No, I am not into anything else. I just love certain
Well, I'm
girls.
just saying, they're not all like, they don't all have giant boobs or anything. It's just like the way they're always posing this like so seductive way.
That's how, dude, sex sells.
Well, of course sex sells, and then some of them are very skinny. Like,
it's because it's a connotation about what's beautiful. And it's mainly like, I would believe people think that thin is beautiful, honestly, but it's not that thin is beautiful. It's supposed to say, I think what people want to say is being healthy is beautiful. Being thin doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy.
Yeah, like some girls get too skinny and you're like, that's a little skinny, girl.
Yeah, pretty much it's like, what I believe as a warrior poet, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But... see, the thing is, your beholder is manipulated by society and
by
social
everybody
context.
around you, too.
Exactly. But what you really, I would say, is beautiful is what really gets your heart moving.
Okay, but also, I'm looking at Maxim, and I'm here at Maxim, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, there's a lot of things like that, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things the guys have to deal with, too. I mean, it might not be the same way as, girls have to deal with a lot of beauty and obsessed with beauty. And I feel,
yeah,
you can
girls obsessed with beauty too, but then it's not just that. I think in the male context, we suffer from the same thing. It may not be exactly the same, but honestly, we have our own little things we're worried about.
Like, am I tough enough? Am I,
Exactly.
Girls don't want a nice guy.
We went through those phases. Honestly, in middle school, I was honestly, I would say I wanted to be a lone wolf. I wanted to have a scowl on my face, look all tough, be alone, and then find this, and I was thinking in my head that a girl would come to me and be like, I can change him. Turns out you have to be a douchebag to get that.
Well, it's like, we're bombarded with the idea that we have to make money for the family. Oh, yeah. Interesting topic, guys. I don't know if people know this, but half the things that we consider manly in the United States is socially connotated for us. So the idea is that this whole idea that the men cook the meat and the men go out to get food and stuff like men go out to go get the money, make the money.
Yeah,
and
make the bacon.
It's actually a social connotation from the government. What happened was in the 1940s and the 1950s, when the men came back from war after World War One and stuff like that, or I guess this is before. This is 1912, 1920.
It would say 1920, World War One,
World War One, World War Two. When
Yeah.
those both ended, they did not know what to do with the displaced men. And so what they did was they came up with these social connotations of like,
to kind of give them a way to come back into society.
Yeah, a role in society. And so a lot of these misconceptions about men have to be like this and women have to be like this are coming from that era that
we've been reinforced. Honestly, we've been reinforcing this. I've experienced this. So I'm not saying I am completely against it, but I mean, as we were raised, we can start seeing that what we have to believe is manly, what is feminine type of deal, and then with the movement of the feminist movement, they've been trying to like break those barriers down.
Yeah, but honestly, sometimes with the feminist movement, I still sometimes think that you can go too far.
Oh yeah, honestly,
you can go too far when you.
As I'm gonna say this, this is my own belief. Do not slice heads or do anything about it. But honestly, girls out there, you have to understand the feminist movement is more about a movement about getting more power, because I think you girls have more power over us men.
I always think
10 times
power.
It's 10 times more.
It's not true when a girl. I mean, the only thing that the girl has to constantly deal with is that am I pretty enough? If a girl knows she's
if she knows she's good looking, she has a good control over most men.
She knows she can control men. She knows if she knows she's good looking and she knows how to manipulate guys. It's easier for a girl to manipulate more men than as a guy to manipulate a girl. Number one reason I say this all the time: if a guy cheats on a girl, it's harder for a guy. And this is true. I looked this up. We have statistics. I had statistics on this.
On your feminist class?
It's harder for a guy to cheat on a girl than a girl it is to cheat on a guy.
True.
I mean, and people are gonna be like, I don't get that, but it is. It's a lot harder for a guy to cheat on a girl than a girl to cheat on a guy, because a guy literally has to go and flirt with the girl in order to get her to convince her that I have some sort of sexual desire with you.
Mm-hmm.
A girl necessarily doesn't have to go up and flirt with a guy. A girl will constantly get hit on by different
guys. She'll get bombarded with people wanting to be with her that.
No, just saying that. So I'm not saying that every time she will cheat on a guy or anything like that.
No, it's just she has more options.
She has more options. She has more options to leave the guy than the guy has to leave the girl.
I would say it would be weird to say that I would ever cheat. Honestly, I wouldn't. Tell you that, bang. But honestly, if you're not feeling satisfied, you shouldn't get in that relationship at all.
Yeah, there's another thing too. I think young people today
get in relationships too quickly. I think it's because of the society's pressure on us to have mates. That soon. No, and that soon in our lives.
Pressure. I just think that we pressure with the TVs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Society as in multimedia. Places we see, honestly, and our friends kind of give, and then not just that, things around us, they kind of tell us, it's better to get in a relationship.
I mean, they make it seem so easy too.
I know, right?
If somebody truly cares about you, I mean, it's a lot of work. That's not something that you do overnight.
It's not like something you can sleep over and just say, I can spend an hour with her and then she'll definitely be my girlfriend. I spent hours and hours with girls and we're just friends now. So let's not do anything about saying this.
I mean, it's just not. It's not. If it's so easily to get in a relationship with people, it just kind of
Well, why would you take the easy path?
It's just we make it so simple nowadays. We just simplify it. We just want it to be easy, and that's the world we want to do. And I'm as a history major, I find that we want it. As the more we get older, the more we get advanced, we want it simple. We want it fast. We want it easy. And this is just with everything, relationships, life, going through everything. We want it fast, easy, and we don't want to think about the problem. The problem has to be an A, B, C solution. And
exactly.
And it's really hard to find a solution to things.
Pretty much it's I think people want the world to definitely be black and white, no shades of gray, instantly have a right choice and a wrong choice. But honestly, it's not like that
and connecting this back to the idea of girls and relationships is that this is for girls. If a guy you get into a relationship with guys night and day really easily most of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to think about that. You need to, not to say that, I guess what you're doing is wrong. I'm just saying that you need to have time to think about stuff, and If you make the mistake once, it's okay. If you make the mistake twice, okay. But if you keep
3 strikes, you're gonna use the 3 strikes rule.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making the mistakes like over and over and over again, you're not learning. And people
don't lie to yourselves.
Don't lie to yourselves. Don't lie to yourselves.
If you're gonna be a sleazy bumbo type deal, do not honestly tell yourself I can change. It's gonna take time. Okay, you're with the person you care about.
You might. I'm just saying. I don't know about that. I don't know anybody's story right now, so I don't want to say anything about people's stories. And
oh, true.
I just want to say that like if you're making the same mistake.
Well, you can mention a story of yours. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hitting a hard spot right there.
I don't have very many stories with girls. I'm just okay. I have stories, but I just
not willing to mention right now.
Right now, I'm just not mentioning.
And neither. Okay, honestly, I don't have my stories.
I don't want to mention
about them. But okay, and honestly, I think we're gonna conclude this a little bit because we do have a time limit, and we're gonna say this.
It is hard. I see the pressure on females these days. There's a lot of female pressure on females. Just on the looks. But there is male pressure
too.
There is male
that's
pressure
affecting just as well as the female pressure.
But there's also this pressure on younger people for some reason. We're just, left and right trying to get into fast relationships, and it doesn't need to be that fast.
Yeah.
But you know what? How about you guys leave your comments on the side?
And tell
us your ideas. And also, if you guys want to leave comments about ideas for
our next RecTalks,
or just post your comments. If you want us to talk about something more serious about the news, just post it up. If you think
post it up, we'll look it up and we'll tell you our opinions
and topics and ideas.
And happy surfing and good night. Unless it's morning.
Yes, it's morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're listening to us in the morning and getting up in the day.
Honestly, you can listen to us anytime. Because it's RecTalks. 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 Alright. Happy whatever day. Laters.